Hey guys, Mark Singing here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today, not only did we get the EZA information for Kid Buu and Goku, but a few hours before that, this was posted at like 3 a.m. UK time, so your boy was sound asleep. But we got another post that at first I kind of almost skipped over, right? Which is just about the 10th anniversary warm-up coins campaign, where these characters, some of these characters have been getting temporary boosts. No other characters are getting boosts, but more missions have been added that you can do with certain characters in order to get these coins, which can be exchanged for items during the 10th anniversary. So I saw this post. I kind of, like I say, almost skipped over it until we get to this last paragraph here. The character who can be recruited by logging in during the 10th anniversary will be revealed at the end of the video. So obviously very exciting. Enjoy playing with characters from the past. I mean, it's basically the same thing that they've done with the previous sets of missions, where you've just got to use specific characters released after a certain time. It says here appeared through the 7th to the 9th anniversary, and the missions are pretty straightforward. Just go back and do some of these older events, like there's stage 31 of Dragon Ball history, fighting legend Frieza, stage 6 of boss rush, and then any stage from the Red Ribbon Army red zone. And it's got all like Dokkan Fest TURs and LRs released during that time, so there's a ton of characters on here, but it goes all the way up to and including the 9th anniversary, right? Because yeah, Beast and Gogeta and that are on there, so nice and easy to do. Make sure you grab those coins so you have them ready for the anniversary. But yeah, let's take a look. I'm not going to play out like the whole video, because obviously it starts off like any of these other ones do, where Dokkan Battle January 2025, finally the 10th anniversary, shows the countdown here, and then we are now at the 7th, 8th to 9th era. And it basically just goes through, shows a bunch of these units. It shows a bunch of the animations, like the anniversary characters, worldwide characters, all that good stuff. And then as we get right through to the end here, you can see goes through 2024. Here are all the big releases of 2024. It's funny, it shows them in like the JP order. And then of course we get to Gotenks, Glorio and Goku, and then it rolls over to 2025, and there it is. So hence the meme for the title, right? That's the 10th anniversary logo. 10th anniversary Dokkan Battle with the Goku doing the Kamehameha. Big red star in the background. Get ready for the 10th anniversary. And then there you go. So this is the card that is available when you log in for the first time during the 10th anniversary. And it is a base Goku doing a Kamehameha. So immediately, of course, people are speculating about the overall theme of the anniversary. Is there anything given away by this? Obviously, Goku is doing the Kamehameha. So that's one of the big ones that I've already seen flying around, is that Kamehameha, just in general, could be the theme of the celebration. We can't really draw too much from this. I did see someone post saying that based on like the specific gi that Goku is wearing, it's got to be a Goku from either the Cell Saga or the Buu Saga. Not that that necessarily gives us a huge amount of information anyway. But yeah, Kamehameha as the overall theme certainly could be quite interesting. Because we talked about the possibilities for some of these anniversary setups. And if we go ahead and take a look at the wiki here for the Kamehameha category, obviously, this category is pretty big. There's a few extreme characters that get thrown on here. Cell, Goku Black, got some of the Boos. In fact, there's even, to stay on that LR Kid Buu cope train, there is actually a part from one of the fights, I don't know if it's anime only, where Kid Buu actually does a Kamehameha. So if they used that specifically, he would fit the theme, and then we could finally get an LR Kid Buu. But, all of that is pure copium at this point. Now, the thing is, this doesn't necessarily change anything about the predictions that already existed, because we talked about the video the other day, the idea of like them going ham with the quad fusions, right? Super Vegito, Super Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and Vegito Blue. And the thing is, like, these guys, if we scroll down, like, these guys are all on Kamehameha. So even if they want to make Kamehameha the overarching theme of the celebration, these guys can all still be on there. Now, the thing is, with Super Gogeta more so than any of the others, obviously he needs to have a Kamehameha super attack that is like Dokkan original. I think his animations for this one are taken from attacks from, like, is it from Raging Blast? Because, of course, in the movie, Gogeta literally just does a couple of kicks and then the Soul Punisher. He does that thing as well. Is it Xenoverse calls it the Punisher Drive, where it's like the thing where he like zooms towards them and hits them Janemba multiple times in the chest. So obviously this guy has the Dokkan original 12 key super animation, which ends with a Kamehameha, so he gets to be on the category. So they've shown that they're more than happy to do that. Same with Vegito, because obviously Vegito very much the based around like the Spirit Sword stuff, but can have a Kamehameha as well. Vegito Blue obviously does the final Kamehameha, and Gogeta has the Big Bang Kamehameha. So these guys all obviously fit on the category and fit the theme if it was going to be Kamehameha. Now, I don't know. We obviously remember that it isn't confirmed that the theme is Kamehameha. We're just grasping at straws here to start with. But, you know, I feel like if they were going to drop the big, like, all 4 fusions headliner anniversary, I feel like the theme would be something slightly different and not just like, you know, an iconic move, but like they all can do it or have done it. But it's not really like, if someone says the theme of the celebration is Kamehameha, you don't immediately think like Super Vegito and Super Gogeta, right? So one of the things that comes to mind, definitely, whether it would be part 1 or part 2, because it's interesting to think about how they would separate these things. Because back in the day, it always used to be when we just got the Dokkan Fest LRs in part 1, and then we got random like yellow coin LRs in part 2, and then it changed to Carnival. Like part 1 was always more hype, and now that they've changed the format so that it's Dokkan Fest X Carnival, and we saw with the 9th anniversary, Beast Gohan coming out, super hype, best unit in the game. That was in part 2. So it's hard to say whether they would put the most exciting thing in part 1 or part 2. But one thing that comes to mind straight away that I feel like you can't really think about a theme of Kamehameha without thinking about it is the fact that we have for a long time needed a new Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Cell. I picked this Cell specifically instead of the LR because there's 2 different names, right? There's Cell brackets Perfect Form, and then there's this one, Perfect Cell. This named one, Perfect Cell, hasn't had a new unit for, I think, maybe since this guy, actually, in terms of like a standalone unit with that name. So this guy getting a new unit released would be very good. Gohan. Now, I'm not opposed to Gohan being another transforming unit, but they would obviously need to redeem themselves from the nightmare that is the transformation condition of the AGL Gohan. And the thing is, the AGL Gohan has the active skill with the animation where he snaps and transforms into Super Saiyan 2. Like, obviously that animation is a good few years old now, but it's not particularly dated, but it would definitely be cool to have like a new version of it. Obviously a standalone Super Saiyan 2 Gohan could just have that as his intro animation. And then, of course, having the new Cell to go alongside him. Let me know what you guys think. Would that be anniversary hype level enough? I feel like, as I say, when people talk about, if you make lists of like the most iconic Kamehameha, like Kamehamehas in the series, like the father-son one to finish off Cell, it's got to be up there, right? Like Gohan, especially from this fight, right? Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, a lot of Dragon Ball fans, like favorite fight, favorite character. So I feel like this being represented as part of the anniversary makes sense. We've seen it before as like worldwide. Obviously, you know, things like it could be a Golden Week Dual Dokkan Fest, something like that. But honestly, I think with how iconic that fight is and that moment is, I feel like it could be anniversary level. And the thing is, as long as the units are good enough, I think I would be happy with quite a lot of different picks that I think maybe some people wouldn't say were the most hype choices, but as long as the units are good, right? Because especially with a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from this fight against Cell, obviously on a lot of like really good categories, and that's what we're looking for. These characters that are going to be a buff for some other teams, have really good leader skills. Obviously, we don't know yet if the 10th anniversary is going to see any sort of like power creep when it comes to leader skills and percentages and stuff like that. But These guys could be very good. Cell, very good villain, like has good villain links. Well, I say that. He has Nightmare, Big Bad Bosses, Fierce Battle. Some extreme characters will have Shocking Speed, like Janemba. But things like Revival, Messenger from the Future, having Kamehameha, not particularly useful for a lot of extreme teams. But obviously he would be very good buff for extreme. A lot of people don't like when we get, the 9th anniversary as an example, where we get an extreme unit, but then it's like Broly, and he's a character that doesn't go on teams with some of these other extreme characters, doesn't have big bad bosses. So somebody like Cell obviously fixes that problem completely. So Kamehameha definitely is an interesting idea for a theme. I mean, so many of the different Gokus are on it, Gohans, all these other random characters. Like, it could still fit a whole bunch of different characters into the theme overall. Because if we're thinking about most iconic Kamehamehas, obviously the Gohan one aside, which other ones are the ones that stand out the most? It's funny because I know it's a newer one and a lot of people don't like to include anything from Super as being even slightly better than something in Z. But obviously, like the UI Goku Kamehameha versus Kefla is a really, really popular one. Obviously, the family Kamehameha is a huge one, but we just had the representation of that from the worldwide celebration. I do think Big Bang Kamehameha, like a lot of people are big fans of Super Saiyan 4 or Gogeta, so that is an interesting option as well. I guess you've got the OG, right? Like the Kaioken Goku versus Vegeta, like Kamehameha versus Gallic Gun. Saiyan Saga gets a bit of a bad rap in the game. It's not a great category. It hasn't been buffed much. But like the original Beam Clash, like the OG end of the Saiyan Saga Goku versus Vegeta, I feel like that is something that is criminally underrepresented in the game, considering how much of a like epic moment it was at the beginning of the series. But it is another one of those ones that I feel like a lot of people just would not consider that to be hype enough to be an anniversary like headlining combo, which I think is a bit of a shame, because I do think it would be. I think it would be cool. But I guess we'd have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section when it comes to the theme of Kamehameha. What springs to mind for you? What would you like to see if the theme was indeed Kamehameha? Do you think it will just be fusions because they do still loosely fit? Do let me know all of that stuff down below in the comment section. And then one other thing I wanted to show here is Toon posted this. This is an image of all of the login cards from all of the anniversaries. It's kind of funny because you can see, like, we started off by having the first three are Goku holding up 1, 2, 3 fingers. Then the fourth one is Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and he's got the 4-star Dragon Ball. Then we've got Super Saiyan Blue Goku for the 5th with the 5-star. UI Goku for the 6th with the 6-star. Not sure why they skipped out, like, God in all of the forms, went straight to Blue. But we got UI. Then in the 7th one, we have Goku and Vegeta, and I think he's still got, is it the 6-star he's still got there? Or the 7-star, sorry, because of course there are 7 Dragon Balls. But then we get to 8, and this is where obviously we've run out of Dragon Balls. So we had Shenron making the shape of an 8 in the background. The 9th anniversary, we've got Gogeta with Shenron making the shape of a 9. And then for 10, we've got Goku doing the Kamehameha. The funny thing I've seen somebody say is if you count his fingers and thumbs, then he's doing the 10. So who knows what they're going to pull out of the bag when it comes to the 11th anniversary. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think is most likely the theme is going to be? Do you think the Goku has anything to do with the theme, or it is just the login card? There's a couple of different themes it could be that you could still fit this Goku into. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, good. All memes aside, Amatsu getting his base Goku in there for the anniversary. I don't imagine a base Goku would actually be one of the summonable, like, headliner units. But there we go. Base Goku for the 10th anniversary is confirmed. Free to play. Obviously, like with the Gogeta last year, not really particularly usable in anything remotely difficult, so we wouldn't have too much hope for this Goku either. But we'll wait and see, and obviously when we know what he does, I will let you guys know as well. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.